This is the Chesapeake Explorer. One more of my videos on the RV Works Cajun Bayou Broiler. Why am I making all these videos? If you look on them on YouTube, you'll see there's quite a few because I really enjoy this thing. I've had it for less than a week, but I've got the 4-gallon Cajun fryer. I've had that maybe 6 years. I love it. It's great. And I knew this was going to be great. To make lower fat, lower calorie food, and do it fast. Just come home, push this thing out of my garage, hook up the tank, and just, go to town, And tonight, and it's late, you can see it's daylight savings time here, March 2026. But, you can come on home. I wasn't home anywhere. I mean, I was in here, but I'm just lazy. We got snow on the ground. See that? Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to light it off. And here I'm going to put my camera on here, with my new way of doing things. I'm going to turn the valve on. You know how to turn a valve on, propane tank. I don't need to show you that anymore. I don't need to show nobody that. I did show it on my video. Why? Okay, I got my long nose Scripto lighter. You need to use something like this. Don't put your fingers or your hands in there. Boom! Woo! Woo! Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but currently I look like Wile E. Coyote after the Roadrunner just lit me off. So be careful. Get that Scripto out of my hand. Don't put it anywhere else, all right? So what's going to be for dinner tonight? Get her warmed up. What it's going to be, ladies and gentlemen, is right here. Voila! Bay scallops from Lidl. Or Lidl, Lidil. It's a German-owned company. Okay, I've thawed them. I put them in some water, thawed them. Now there's some water on, so what? There's olive oil on the pan, dabs of butter in there, and that's it, okay? Now, this pan, look at the heavy handles on there. This thing is thick stainless steel. I bought it to use with the broiler at a thrift store in Merrifield, Virginia. Well, Mosaic, okay? If you want to be high-tech, Mosaic District of Fairfax County, Virginia. The store's named Unique. Wonderful place, let me tell you something. You can find thrift store finds in there. Poor people can buy things, make them look like rich people. Rich people can buy thrift store chic things and make them look like poor people who are chic. I mean, you can be anything in there. And nobody knows who you are or how much money you've got. You can look at somebody that looks like they're poor. They might be millionaires. And you can never assume anybody is in this country, undocumented. You never can do that. You don't know who people are. Just leave it alone. Forget about it. So bottom line here, we got this great pan made by IKEA. If you know IKEA, Swedish company, is heavy stainless steel. It had some tarnish on. It had some baked on, a little bit of stuff baked on the edges. I mean, just need cleaning up. I mean, the pan itself is shiny, but the edges, the corners, it was a little bit nitty gritty. Little stainless steel Brillo pad, Brillo pad, some Comet. Hey, this thing is gleaming. Price $8.99. I guarantee this would have sold for at least maybe $39.99 at IKEA. I don't know. You'd have to see. It's basically a baking pan, for baking things in the oven. But I mean, for baking turkeys, yeah, you could do it in there. The sides are kind of low, but it'll work. I mean, that's probably what it was made for. Roast beefs, So I'm just going to use it for a broiling pan. If it gets burned up, oh well. I don't give I don't care. Bought for this here, people. Slam her in there. Let me get a hold of this rascal here and push her on in. And let me turn that heat down before I incinerate those delicate seafood scallops. Let me see what we got here. This is not going to take long because butter's melting already. It's hard to see right there, but the butter is melting already. Of course it is. Be back in a second. I got a chair to sit on. I'm 71, almost 72. I got to take a break, people. Now, when you're broiling, you don't really need to turn anything. That butter's in the back, it's just boiling away, bubbling. See, the heat from the pan or the grill or everything inside there, it just reflects back at the heat. Now in this broiling pan, if you get too much butter or something, it could catch fire. And you could have a big fire. So maybe this may not work out well, but it's working out well now because I got the heat down, see? And you can see those burners in there. That's putting out plenty of heat. I don't need 1200 out. 1200 Fahrenheit. I don't need 1000 Fahrenheit. Here, I can let it rip if you want, but what good does that do other than to burn food up? I can really let her rip. Get back. See what I did? See, I browned the tops of them up. Don't need to do that. That's not how you broil. You dial that needle valve down. Okay? I don't need a devil's cigarette lighter like Adair, the famous late oil well blowout firefighter from Houston, Texas. You know, his company, Adair Company, man, they were and Boots and Coots. Any of you firefighters out there, I'm not a firefighter, I'm a lame locksmith. That was my life's work. But any of you firefighters, you brave, valorous firefighters, you know who Adair was. At least if you're older. Now that pan looks like it might be warping a little bit, but oh well. That's it, people. I guarantee they're done. They don't take long. As I said, seafood is delicate. I'm going to turn off the valve, bring them inside, and let you see what we got. There it is. That looks dark there, but that's the brown butter there. Now I'm going to pluck them off, put them on my plate with my baked potato that's ready to go. And I've got some steamed yellow squash right here. I'm going to plate it up and let you see it. That quick. And there we have it. As I say too many times, there it is. Broiled scallops. Haven't peppered them or salted them or anything. I don't salt. I like to stay out of the high blood pressure range, and I've got good blood pressure. Cocktail sauce, ketchup, horseradish, and baked potato, and that yellow squash. I should be a waiter the way I hold this, huh? Yep. I'm never worked at a restaurant as a waiter or anything like that. Never been a cook. Just a home cook for more than 50 years now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, YouTubers, nice squash there, yellow squash, fresh. There's those broiled scallops. Delicious. Off that Cajun broiler, ever so simple. That's what really makes this thing such a great thing, because you can slide it off, you know, like I did, you know, night, day, keep it out of the rain, you know, don't use it inside, it'll kill you, it's got carbon monoxide. Okay, this is the Chesapeake Explorer, and I'm going to get to eating here. Thanks for watching my video.